Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker than they used to? Why getting out of your favorite chair seems harder, or walking across the room leaves you a little more tired than last year? You're not alone. Many seniors across the country are quietly battling declining leg strength, and the cause may be hiding in something as ordinary as the beverages in your fridge. Recent warnings from doctors and geriatric health specialists are now shining a light on a silent threat. 7 popular drinks that may be quietly destroying leg muscles, weakening bones, and contributing to dangerous numbness in the lower limbs of older adults. These drinks may seem harmless, even comforting, but they carry hidden dangers, especially as we age. The truth is, our bodies change. What we once drank with ease in our 30s and 40s can now take a heavy toll on our nerves, circulation, and muscle fibers. Below, you'll find the 7 beverages that every older adult in America should reconsider, and the shocking reasons why they might be sabotaging your strength, mobility, and independence. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Diet sodas, the silent muscle killer. For decades, diet sodas have been marketed as the smarter, healthier alternative, a way to enjoy sweetness without the guilt. Many seniors have turned to these fizzy drinks, believing they were protecting their hearts, watching their weight, or simply trying to make better choices. But behind the clean silver cans and zero-calorie promises lies a truth that few want to face. Diet sodas are quietly draining your strength, especially from your legs. The key culprit is aspartame, an artificial sweetener used in most diet beverages. While approved for consumption, studies are beginning to reveal a darker side to this chemical, especially for aging bodies. Aspartame has been linked to neurotoxicity, a condition that damages the delicate network of nerves that communicate with your muscles. When those nerves stop firing properly, your muscles lose coordination, energy, and tone. Over time, the impact settles in the legs first, where many older adults start noticing weakness, stiffness, numbness, or a creeping sense of imbalance. But that's not the only risk. Diet sodas also disrupt your body's ability to process glucose, even without containing sugar. This metabolic confusion can worsen insulin resistance, inflame tissues, and promote muscle wasting, a condition known as sarcopenia that is already common after age 60. The result? Once strong thighs and calves begin to thin. Simple movements like standing, walking, or climbing stairs become noticeably more difficult. And the worst part is that most people never suspect their favorite beverage is the cause. You may not feel the damage immediately. It happens slowly, subtly, over months and years. But each can chip away at your independence, making it harder to do the things you love: gardening, traveling, dancing, even hugging your grandchildren from a standing height. And if a healthy drink like diet soda can cause this much harm, what happens when we reach for something even more stimulating? Let's take a closer look at the second hidden danger that may be speeding up leg fatigue: energy drinks. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Energy drinks, a heartbeat away from trouble. In moments of fatigue, it can be tempting to reach for a quick boost, something to clear the fog, lift the eyelids, and help push through the day. For many older adults, energy drinks seem like the answer. They're easy to find, heavily advertised, and promise fast results. But behind the bright packaging and bold flavors lies a dangerous truth. Energy drinks may be speeding up the decline of your heart, your nerves, and your legs all at once. Most energy drinks are packed with high concentrations of caffeine, taurine, and sugar, creating a powerful stimulant cocktail that can overwhelm the aging body. At first, they may feel energizing, but inside, your heart is working harder than it should. Blood vessels constrict, blood pressure rises, and circulation to the extremities, especially your legs, becomes compromised. That rush comes at a cost, and seniors pay the highest price. With time, poor circulation leads to numbness, cold feet, cramping, and loss of muscle endurance in the lower limbs. Add in the dehydrating effect of caffeine and the roller coaster of sugar spikes and crashes, and the legs, which already bear the burden of age, become weaker, more unstable, and prone to injury. Worse still, overstimulation of the nervous system can lead to tremors, sleep disturbances, and an anxious restlessness that robs you of peaceful nights and energy filled mornings. There's also a hidden irony. These drinks, marketed as sources of power, may actually strip you of the very power you need most: the strength to walk, to rise unaided, to move freely. For older adults, even occasional use can have lasting effects on balance, posture, and overall muscle tone. Energy, after all, shouldn't come from a can. It should come from within, supported by real nourishment and habits that heal, not harm. And if these drinks can shake the heart and legs so deeply, what about those that appear gentler, even wholesome? You might be surprised to learn that the next beverage on our list wears a mask of health while quietly fueling inflammation from within. Let's talk about sweetened iced teas. 3. Sweetened iced teas, the sugar bomb in disguise. There's something comforting about a glass of iced tea on a warm afternoon. The clinking of ice, the familiar taste, the sense of tradition. For many older adults, it's a drink tied to memories of summer picnics, front porch conversations, or restful moments after a long day. But hidden within this seemingly harmless habit lies a threat that's quietly undermining the strength and vitality of aging legs: sugar, and far more of it than most realize. Store-bought or restaurant-served iced teas, especially flavored varieties, often contain more sugar than a can of soda. Yet because they carry the image of tea, we believe we're making a healthier choice. The reality is, these sugary teas fuel chronic inflammation in the body, especially within the muscles and nerves that support the lower limbs. With each sip, you're not just quenching your thirst, you may be feeding the very process that makes walking harder and balance less steady. Excess sugar disrupts insulin function, leading to sharp spikes and crashes in blood sugar, crashes that drain energy and weaken muscle control. Over time, this metabolic chaos encourages the breakdown of muscle tissue, especially in areas already vulnerable with age, like the thighs, calves, and hips. What begins as occasional fatigue may evolve into aching legs, slower steps, and the loss of confidence in your stride. Even more concerning is how sugar affects circulation. It thickens the blood, stiffens the arteries, and starves leg tissues of the oxygen they need to thrive. This can cause swelling, tingling, and numbness, particularly in the feet, symptoms many seniors attribute to aging, not realizing their favorite tea may be the hidden cause. And if sugar in tea can deceive us this easily, imagine the risks lurking in beverages that many see as relaxing, even medicinal. The next drink is one of the oldest companions in human history, but for seniors, it may be one of the most quietly destructive. Let's talk about alcohol. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Alcohol, the hidden muscle waster. For many older adults, alcohol has long been a part of life's rhythm, a glass of wine with dinner, a cold beer with friends, a nightcap before bed. It's woven into our culture, our traditions, even our ways of unwinding. But as we age, our bodies begin to respond to alcohol in ways that are far more complex and often far more dangerous than they once were. What once seemed harmless may now be quietly stealing strength from your legs and vitality from your life. Alcohol interferes with muscle protein synthesis, the very process that keeps our muscles strong and capable. As we grow older, the body naturally begins to lose muscle, a condition known as sarcopenia. But alcohol accelerates that loss, weakening the thighs, hips, and calves that are essential for walking, rising, and maintaining balance. You may not notice it at first, just a little more stiffness in the morning, or needing to push off the armrest to get up. But over time, these small signs grow, and the independence they threaten becomes very real. Alcohol also disrupts the body's hydration and nutrient balance, flushing out critical minerals like magnesium and potassium that support healthy muscle and nerve function. This can lead to cramps, leg fatigue, and shaky movements, especially in the evenings or after even one or two drinks. And while alcohol may feel like a relaxant, it often worsens sleep quality, which is vital to muscle recovery and stability in older adults. Perhaps most dangerously, alcohol impairs the brain's communication with the muscles, slowing reflexes, dulling awareness of imbalance, and increasing the risk of falls. What begins as a simple habit can become a silent thief, taking away strength, coordination, and confidence, one sip at a time. And while alcohol wears a familiar face, some beverages pretend to be pure and nourishing, especially the ones made from fruit. But the truth about these healthy drinks may surprise you. Let's now turn to a hidden danger poured straight from the carton: fruit juices. 5. Fruit juices, a sweet deception. We grow up believing that fruit is nature's gift, a source of health, vitamins, and energy. So it's only natural that many older adults reach for fruit juice thinking it's a wise choice. A glass of orange juice in the morning, a splash of apple juice with lunch. It feels wholesome, familiar, and good for the body. But the truth behind that sweetness is more complicated. Many commercial fruit juices are not just misleading. They're actively contributing to muscle loss, leg weakness, and nerve damage in seniors. Most store-bought juices are stripped of fiber and packed with concentrated sugars, especially fructose, which hits the bloodstream quickly. Without the natural fiber of whole fruit to slow it down, this sugar surge triggers inflammation and metabolic stress, two major enemies of aging muscles and nerves. For the legs, this means slower recovery, poor circulation, and gradual breakdown of tissue strength. The effects are subtle at first, maybe heavier legs, slight swelling in the ankles, or a feeling of fatigue while standing too long. But as sugar intake continues, the body begins converting that excess into fat deposits inside the muscle, weakening it from the inside out. This internal damage robs you of stability and turns even gentle movement into a greater effort. Fructose also disrupts the delicate balance of your body's insulin response. When insulin isn't working efficiently, muscles don't get the energy they need, and nerve endings in the feet and legs can begin to deteriorate. You might feel tingling, burning, or numbness, especially at night, all while sipping something you thought was doing good. So while fruit juice may appear to nourish, it often betrays the very systems you rely on to walk, rise, and stay active. And if something as innocent as juice can bring such harm, imagine the risk in drinks designed to feel indulgent and comforting. Let's now turn to a daily ritual that many love, but one that may be quietly weakening your legs with every warm cup: flavored coffees. 6. Flavored coffees. More than just a morning habit. There's a quiet comfort in that first sip of morning coffee, the warmth in your hands, the familiar aroma, the small pleasure that starts your day. For many older adults, coffee is more than a drink. It's a cherished ritual, a moment of peace. But in recent years, a new trend has crept in: flavored coffees, loaded with sweet syrups, artificial creamers, whipped toppings, and chemical additives. These modern twists on a timeless tradition come with a hidden cost, one that directly affects your muscle strength, balance, and the health of your legs. These flavored blends may seem innocent, but they often contain high levels of refined sugar, trans fats, and synthetic chemicals that spark inflammation deep within the body. As inflammation becomes chronic, it begins to wear down the muscles, especially in the lower body. The thighs, calves, and hips, areas crucial to movement, can become stiff, heavy, or weak, leaving you feeling sluggish even after a full night's rest. Worse still, many of the creamers used in these drinks are made with hydrogenated oils that interfere with your body's ability to absorb essential nutrients like calcium and magnesium, both critical for nerve and muscle function. Over time, seniors who regularly drink flavored coffees may notice tightness in the joints, aching knees, or a growing dependence on support when walking. Even more troubling is the effect on circulation. The artificial ingredients in these drinks can lead to blood sugar spikes, which narrow the arteries and reduce blood flow to the legs. The result? Cold feet, tingling sensations, and reduced endurance during everyday movement. And though these changes happen gradually, the damage is real and often overlooked. So while flavored coffee may feel like a little luxury, it may be quietly stealing the strength and stability that keeps you active and independent. But if even coffee can betray your body, what about those brightly colored drinks designed for athletes? Could they really be harming aging muscles? You might be surprised. Let's now look at sports drinks and the hidden risks they pose to seniors. 7. Sports drinks not meant for aging bodies. They line the shelves of every grocery store and gas station, brightly colored bottles promising hydration, energy, and recovery. With names that suggest power and performance, sports drinks have become a popular choice not only for athletes, but also for many older adults trying to stay active or rehydrate during the day. But what most seniors don't realize is that these drinks, designed for young bodies in intense motion, can be dangerous for aging muscles, hearts, and nerves. Sports drinks are often loaded with sodium, artificial dyes, processed sugars, and preservatives that were never meant to fuel a slower metabolism or support an aging circulatory system. What's marketed as electrolyte balance can quickly become electrolyte overload, throwing off the delicate internal rhythms that keep your muscles working smoothly. For older adults, this imbalance can result in leg cramps, spasms, swelling, and even dizziness upon standing. The high sugar content in many sports drinks also contributes to a spike and crash cycle, surging your blood sugar temporarily, only to leave you more fatigued later. Muscles that should feel refreshed may feel heavier. Legs may tire quickly or lose their steady rhythm. Over time, this kind of internal stress leads to weakened muscle fibers, reduced endurance, and an unsettling sense of instability while walking or climbing stairs. Even more alarming is how artificial colors and preservatives in these drinks affect nerve function. Some of these additives have been linked to neuroinflammation, making it harder for the brain and spinal cord to communicate clearly with your legs, leading to delayed reflexes, poor coordination, and a rising risk of falls. So while sports drinks may look like the smart choice, they're often a poor fit for the unique needs of the aging body. The path to strength and vitality lies in simpler, cleaner choices, and in understanding that what fuels a 25-year-old athlete can silently harm someone in their 70s. Now that we've uncovered the real dangers hidden in everyday drinks, it's time to ask the most important question of all. What can you do today to reclaim your strength, protect your legs, and preserve your independence for years to come? What you can do today. If you've made it this far, then perhaps something has stirred within you. A memory of a time when walking felt easier, when standing didn't require effort, when your legs moved with confidence rather than caution. The good news is this: it's never too late to take back control. The body, even in its later years, is capable of remarkable resilience. Muscles can be nourished, nerves can be supported, strength can be regained, but it begins with small intentional changes made each day, starting with what you drink. The first and most powerful step is awareness. Recognize that many of the beverages you've trusted, some even for decades, may no longer serve you in this stage of life. Knowing the truth about diet sodas, sweetened teas, fruit juices, and other hidden threats gives you the power to choose differently, not from fear, but from wisdom. Begin to replace them, one by one, with choices that truly hydrate and heal. Clean water, herbal teas, warm lemon water, or even simple broths that restore rather than deplete. Equally important is nurturing your muscles with real, whole foods, especially those rich in protein, healthy fats, and minerals that support nerve and bone function. A balanced breakfast with eggs or oats, a nourishing lunch with greens and fish, and a light dinner filled with legumes or lean meats will do more for your legs than any energy drink ever could. Movement, too, is a gift you can give yourself daily. Even gentle stretches, slow walks, or chair exercises can stimulate blood flow and awaken sleepy muscles. The body responds best not to punishment, but to consistency and care. Finally, give yourself grace. You didn't know what these drinks were doing. Most people don't. But now you do. And that means you have a choice, not just to change a habit, but to protect your freedom, your mobility, and your dignity. Your legs have carried you through a lifetime of memories. Today, let them carry you into a stronger, safer tomorrow. One sip, one step, one wiser decision at a time. Final reflections. Your strength is still within reach. Growing older comes with change. Some of it welcome, much of it unexpected. We begin to notice things we once took for granted: the ease of standing up, the confidence in each step, the comfort of a steady stride. But what many don't realize is that this decline isn't always just part of aging. Often it's influenced, even accelerated, by the small, quiet choices we make every day, especially the things we consume without a second thought. The beverages we explored in this journey, diet sodas, energy drinks, sweetened teas, fruit juices, alcohol, flavored coffees, and sports drinks, may seem harmless, even ordinary, but over time, they wear down the body in ways that are invisible at first but deeply damaging. They dull your reflexes, weaken your muscles, inflame your nerves, and quietly erode the very strength that keeps you independent. And the most painful truth is that this happens without warning. One sip, one habit, 1 year at a time. But this is not a story of loss. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that even now, in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, you still hold the power to choose differently, to protect your body with the same care you've shown others throughout your life, to treat each glass, each meal, and each step as a form of self respect. because your body, no matter the years it has carried, is still listening. It still wants to serve you, and it still has the ability to grow stronger, one thoughtful change at a time. This isn't about perfection, it's about intention, about choosing today to stop giving your strength away to things that don't deserve it, about honoring the life you've lived by protecting the life still ahead. The lesson here is simple but profound. You are not powerless. Your choices matter, and your legs, your freedom are worth protecting. Let this be the beginning, not the end. A new chapter in which your strength, energy, and dignity are not slipping away but steadily returning. You've carried others. Now let your own body carry you with strength, grace, and purpose. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with senior health tips. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.